What's rockin' Raiders? Welcome to another Tracks on Sundays. I'm Tracks to Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're on the Easy Raider 2025 account, the Hell Hades free-to-play challenge, where we try to push our account to the maximum as a free-to-play player, right? Try to get as many milestones as possible. First off, we are actually in a clan versus clan right now. 15 minutes left, as you can see. We're getting our butt handed to us though, because this is a level 13 clan, so not much we can do about that, right? I put up 150k here, and I mean that would put me at 10th spot in their clan basically, so it is what it is. Unfortunate, but would have really enjoyed a bunch of these rewards, of course, especially all those chickens and energy is really nice right now. Hey, and if you like what you saw and maybe you want to try out teams like the ones I used in the video, you can today, because I have a promo link for you guys where you actually get a Tagoar, a Uugo, a Rector Drath, a Mausoleum Mage, and a Karato legendary champion. Yes, sir. Karato will be after finishing the tutorial. Uugo unlocks at level 25. Rector Drath unlocks at level 40. Tagoar will be unlocked at 45, and Mausoleum Mage, a great support champion, will be unlocked at level 50. So you can actually try and build these teams yourself. Use the promo link down below to start your journey today. But because it's CVC, I was actually pushing some of the dungeons and found by chance that I can actually do some stage 20s now. Well, Dragon we already had, right? We had the hard unlocked, I believe this weekend or something, but the other dungeons we haven't really been pushing that much. So I started off doing Spider and I ended up on 18, but 18 is not a auto farm, and well, that is pretty much what we do want, and it's also not 100%. Now 17, I've been more or less farming this the most of the CVC just to get a lot of points, right? And also try and get this silver up, because there is a gear enhancement event going on, and there's also a dungeon divers going on right now. So Spider is one of those things that just works really well for those things and for CVC in general. I'll show you the team real quick. Hopefully it doesn't fail this time. Actually, was this actually the team? I'm doubting it now. Let's do a run. I'm not completely sure, because I did it on my phone, but I'm pretty sure it does save your teams, right? So he does a speed up here. This guy tries to freeze. Turn meter knockback from the Cold Heart. The burns go off from Mordecai. Armiger is going to come in and do another turn meter decrease, and this should normally be enough to secure the deal. These are all going to die because the big spider is going to pop them all in a second, and normally they'll get back to a second round where Mordecai can put the burns up again, and when that happens, it's pretty much GG, right? We don't get to freeze again. We don't get to do another Cold Hearts A3, I don't believe. It's just literally Mordecai now that gets a turn to do his burn again, and then that pretty much is it. Oh, I guess she does do her A3. Now, I'm not completely sure if that is all the time. Okay, there's the burn, because she does have an impulse set on, right? So she does have like a 12% chance to get her A3 back if she's used it. Really clutch sometimes, actually, but I'm not sure if that was the case here, though. But yeah, as you can see, this spider is just going to burn to death, right? So we don't really have to worry about it. Yeah, there you go. And that's the run. 1 minute 31 is the fastest. Well, I was doing that on my phone at work, so that's always a little slower than your PC, right? So GG, we got a faster speed there. That looks like an okay ring. I'll keep it for now, I guess. So that's my spider, and that's what I've been running basically all night, trying to actually get a amulet for a Cold Heart, because we still don't really have one. We have like a 3-star trash amulet on her just to give her a little bit of stats, but we're looking for that 6-star crit damage, and if possible, of course, accuracy on that as well. Now, I don't know if you actually noticed towards the end of this run, but the spiderlings that were actually targeting Tagoar here, there's something specific that they were not doing, and that is they weren't poisoning him. Now, why is that? Well, I switched up my build a little bit on my Tagoar. He's less tanky now, so less HP. His HP is actually on the lower end, I'd say, with almost 50k here. but we did get ourselves 252 resistance. Now, this resistance I used this specific build to clear the last stage of the Doom Tower. So since the last time we've actually been on the account together, I have cleared the Doom Tower, and that was one of the key things that I needed to do so. But I'll talk about that more in my stream this weekend. This video is not about that. But in general, I'm pretty content with this guy's build right now, because with this, you're able to do a lot more of the PvE things, right? The less debuffs this guy gets, the more he's active to pick people back up if they died and stuff, and speed boost them, heal them, give them defense up and all that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, a really, really nice build, I think. And if you look at the gear, it's really nothing special. There's like green pieces on here. There's a white piece on here. Okay, it's a 6-star, right? It's a 6-star speed boot that we just farmed in the campaign. But like, yeah, this is just really, really basic stuff, right? And I mean, the pinpoint, okay, you got to be a little bit lucky there, but this doesn't even have speed on it, for instance. It's just a resistance banner, and that's it. So if this had speed on it, we would have had, yeah, even more speed, right? I keep clicking this thing. It used to be right. I think they switched this around or something. That's kind of annoying. Anyway, so that was Spider, right? Now, during CVC, I thought, you know what? Let's have some fun and let's try to push some other dungeons. And one dungeon specifically that I really wanted to push was Fire Knight's Castle. Now, I actually didn't go over her, but I also brought up my Cold Heart to 6-star. If you noticed in my Spider team, that was not the case this weekend. So we did that during the CVC. We gave her Giant Slayer Masteries, and then we cut her off right there. We stopped when she had that, and it's been working like a charm, man, because as you can see right here, stage 20 of the Fire Knight is now a done deal, and this is a team right here. So this guy right here, I've spoken about him a little bit in the previous episode, right? This is the main thing why we want this guy in a lot of our dungeons, because decreased attack on the bosses means all your dudes just stay alive a lot longer. And with a 75% chance, 80% with the mastery that he has, there's a big chance he's going to land this. And on Force, I believe he gets an extra 15%. Don't quote me on that. It could be 20% as well, but I'm pretty sure that they get an extra boost against a affinity they're strong against. But I would need to look that up. I'm not completely sure. But anyway, it's a big chance that he can actually land this decreased attack, and that is very good. And this, of course, is also really good against bosses that are hitting you hard, because putting up a big boy increased defense on everyone really helps, right? So he's been an absolute unit, actually, for me. I have never built this guy before this account, actually, and I must say I'm pretty impressed for a new account. He kind of brings all the stuff that you really need. So also with this for the waves, the provoke and stuff, really, really cool. Tagoar, obviously just a speed boost and a reviver, healer, just absolute unit as well. Then we have the Uugo for the defense down, and leech on the boss can help as well, and a bit of, removing debuffs and a bit of healing here and there. This passive doesn't really proc here, so that's not really relevant. Yeah, nobody comes that close to dying that she's the only one left, so this doesn't really matter. But in this specific run, it's basically this for the waves mostly, and then this comes back on the boss, specifically to have Cold Heart heal herself back up when she starts hitting the boss. And then Cold Heart, I mean, if you know, you know, right? But if you don't know, let me explain what she does in Fire Knight and why she's probably the best champion for Fire Knight. She has a 4-time hitter at random on the A1. So what this means is when the Fire Knight puts up his shields, this gal will knock off 4 of those shields automatically just with her A1. Now, I don't remember when exactly this was, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, but they actually changed Cold Heart's AI so that she would work better against the Fire Knight, because before that she used to do her other skills into the shield, but they changed that so that she only actually does her A1 while the shield is up, and after that she'll go and do her other abilities, like Heartseeker, for instance, which this bad boy attacks one enemy and decreases the target's turn meter by 100%. So that knocks back the turn meter of the Fire Knight all the way back and does a huge smack on top of that. Now, I say huge. This is still a little bit of a baby Cold Heart right now because, again, we don't have an amulet and our gear isn't that great. But she can still hit reasonably hard. I've seen her do about 250,000 damage on the Fire Knight. So, I mean, it's starting to get there, right? But once we get her rocking, she can be hitting numbers up to like, I don't know, 500, 600,000 maybe. I've seen her do 2 million damage on Spider, for instance, in a Savage set. So there's crazy things you can do with this Heartseeker ability for sure. And then this isn't too shabby either. If you actually put up the heal reduction, which, oh, by the way, you want this on the Fire Knight as well, because if you don't put this up, he'll heal back every time he takes a turn. So forgot to mention that little bit, but that's also very important. And once you have this on, you can actually place a poison on the boss as well with the A2, which just gives some extra damage. So she is amazing for this specifically, and that's the team basically. Vogoth is only here because he's in a Guardian set and because he has this A1 triple hitter, which also helps break the shields of the Fire Knight, right? I mean, he also has the passive healing, of course, which is, it's nice. It gives a little bit of healing. I'd say one of the things he does also bring is this accuracy, 40 accuracy in all battles. So I'm not completely sure, but I think this guy might be under, yeah, he's like just below what you're aiming for, right? You kind of want to have 200 accuracy, so 192. I mean, better safe than sorry. So plus 40, you're good, right? On stage 20, you're fine. So that's why the aura here is also good. And we just don't really have a better replacement, I don't think. I mean, I could maybe bring this guy, could be better, but I think the A1 3-hitter, right, is just a little bit better. Not to mention that specific skill also has a chance of increasing duration of a random debuff on the target. So for instance, like this heal reduction, you want that to stay on the whole fight basically. If you can extend the attack down, that's really awesome as well, of course. So Giscard can have a break sometimes, you know, and sometimes maybe miss one. Yeah, pretty cool team. It's not the fastest, of course, because, well, the obvious thing is we have our defense down on a magic champion. So as you can see here, not all of them are going to get their defense down, and we don't really have a nuker right now because our Cold Heart here is not really in a nuke build. She's more in a perception speed build, right? Right now, all we care about is that she actually knocks back that turn meter and just gets all those hits off on the Fire Knight. But yeah, it's a little bit of a slugfest, but as you can see, they're wiggling their way through that. You see the ally protections go up. That's the Guardian set that the Vogoth is wearing. So he heals back up, he takes a turn. We don't really care if he does anything at all. He's just passively helping just by being on the team here. So it's actually going a little faster than before, I think, because I've seen this actually take 2 minutes. So we must have landed a little bit more of the defense downs on Uugo, which is nice. There you saw like a circle go over Cold Heart. That means her impulse set triggered, which means that whatever skill she used there, it happened again, by the way. So she got her Heartseeker back again, or her Art of Pain is also possible. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was actually surprised by these waves. They're not that difficult, really. They don't hit super hard. Sometimes Cold Heart dies, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We have a Reviver, so and yeah, the rest of these guys are not really hard hitters, but our team isn't very hard hitting either, and that's why this kind of takes a while, right? Again, though, the last time I checked, we came out of the first wave around this time, so yeah, I'm interested to see. We'll probably beat our fastest time again here, I think, which is pretty cool, because I don't want to keep you guys hanging in dungeons the whole day, right? After this, we're gonna go take a look at the Ice Golem. I have not done stage 20 yet. I just took a shower before I came here, and while I did that, I tried a team on stage 19 and they actually beat it. So this is gonna be a first for the account. We're gonna try and beat Ice Golem 20 together. That's a little overdue, I think. I'm pretty sure I could have done it already if I really, put the effort into it. But again, I've been mostly working on this gal right here. Giscard, of course, we've been working on to get our clan boss in order. That was the big nuke and the decreased turn meter you saw there. But yeah, now that she's rocking, I think Spider 20 is gonna go down pretty soon. I do think I'll have to most likely level up Mordecai as well, but that's something that I wanted to do anyway because he's my best damage dealer currently for Hydra, so having him stay alive a little longer is not the worst either, right? No, I haven't seen it happen here. I might have missed it or something, but sometimes she actually knocks off 5 of the shields from the Fire Knight here, and that is because she has the blessing. Man, I forget the name right now, but this blessing has a chance to basically Phantom Touch. There you go. Thank you. Basically has a chance to do a extra hit, a extra proc. And so sometimes she can actually do knock off 5 of the shields of the Fire Knight, which is pretty cool, right? Yeah, this is gonna be my fastest run, I think. I mean, they still have a chunk to go here. We're still gonna have to take a hit, I think. Oh no, I thought she knocked back the turn meter again, but let's see here. I think my fastest has been like 6 minutes or something, so I mean, if we can get like 5.5 or something, it's gonna be a lot better already. Increased debuff duration, increased debuff duration. Yeah, looks like 5.5 is possible, guys. Slow but steady, right? That's the deal here, slow but steady. Cold Art is just a beast, man, for real. Cold Art is so good. I told you guys about her a few episodes ago, but this is what I was talking about, right? This is what she does. This is what she unlocks for us, which is amazing because I don't think there's definitely not a rare like her in the game at all. So yeah. All right, we're not gonna go to stage 21, although I think we possibly could do that. I'm gonna do that off camera one of these days, right? We're gonna go and hop into this right here. Now, I'll show you the team I used on 19 first and then talk about it, because it's not the usual team either. Basically, what we're doing here is we have a Mordecai for the burns, we have this guy for the defense up and provokes and attack down, and we have these for the survivability again. So it's basically Mordecai and friends, right? That's the team. And I'm not completely sure if we're gonna pull that off on stage 20 as well, because, well, he is weak affinity to this. So I'm actually kind of thinking maybe here we go back to the Kale build. I'm just a little worried that he might actually do too much damage here, right? But you know what? We'll find out together. You and me will find out together. It's also possible we could actually take that demon spawn. What's her name? Petrifia or something like that? Because she's only level 50, but she does put up poisons, and she might be the answer for this affinity specifically. So the waves are going fairly well here. A lot faster than on 19, but we didn't really have a damage dealer for that, right? Because Mordecai does not really do that much damage. Also slow but steady, right? That's how he goes through the waves there as well. So I'm interested here to see if we're gonna be able to pull this off, because you hit the ice golem a little bit too hard and he just wipes your whole team. He doesn't care. He just ignores all your defense if both of his ads are up, right? And I've heard a guy in our clan, Yakety the Free. He also has a YouTube channel, by the way. Go check him out if you haven't yet. He uses a Armiger at 50, and I think, or I assume, that the Armiger is taking out these ads and has a block revive on his A2. So maybe that's the key here. I don't know, but we'll find out in a second. We'll see how this goes. 1 minute 30. I mean, if we could keep this under, I don't know, around 4 minutes or so, that's pretty decent, I'd say. And that would mean that we only have Spider to work on still. And in my opinion, Spider is pretty much finished. It's just a matter of me building some champions. And then we got ourselves all the level 20 dungeons done, man, which is pretty cool. Okay, that was the big smack, and it was pretty painful, but luckily we had like some ally protections and heals going for us, some shielding and all. I'm curious if I have to let this guy actually hit the boss, because we're not really landing the attack down much on him, right? But it seems to be fine, I guess. Okay, if you can land the attack down now, that would be amazing. GG, man, GG. 2 turns too, nice. That's that mastery there kicking in, right? Very, very handy. Any day now, any day now. Come on, guys, you got this. And it's been pretty nice to have this guy actually, well, this guy and this guy being spirit affinity, because force has been hard to deal with without some kind of spirit champions, right? So, well, there's that, guys. You guys witnessed it here first together with me. 3 minutes, 36 seconds. Not too shabby, I'd say. So that means Ice Golem is down, Dragon down, and Fire Knight down. Now, out of these 3 dungeons, I will most likely be farming Fire Knight the most because, well, there's the Savage, there's stun sets there, which is going to help us to do our faction wars, right? A lot of these stages you can just kind of cheese your way through with some stun sets and etc. Let me get myself out of the way here real quick. There you go. So then I can show you guys that we are on 373 stars right here as well, which is pretty cool, I'd say. Pretty cool. Yesterday was specifically a very good day for us, where we got 41 stars on Ogryn Tribes, where Uugo, in a lifesteal set, which she has had on since the beginning of this challenge, more or less, did a lot of work for us. I did have to do something I didn't really want to, which was put on a resistance banner for her. Very ugly banner, right? Level 12, no speed on it. Atrocious, but it worked. It helped make sure that she didn't take all of the debuffs. Only like, I don't know, 1/3 or 2/3 of the debuffs, maybe something like that. I'm not completely sure how many they were, but it didn't really matter. As long as she didn't take all the debuffs, she was able to get through the boss on stage 14. So that was pretty cool. And she actually also came in clutch a lot with her A3 on the other stages, where she would basically just solo the whole thing, and then at the end leave one enemy alive, then A3, bring everyone back up, right? Because if all allies are dead, revives them. You can only use that when she's the only one left, right? And then make sure you can kill that last enemy real quick, and boom, 3-starred. So I did that on a lot of those stages, which was pretty cool. Let's see here, 2,094,000, and we get ourselves a ring for the effort. Unfortunate, man. Really unfortunate. I mean, nice that we got all these things, I guess, right? But I really would have liked to have all of this stuff as well. Didn't quite make it this far, although I could have possibly pulled another shard or something and maybe get very lucky. I don't know. Let's see here. What kind of ring did we get? Oh, it doesn't show us. Nice. Thanks. That's cool. Just new. Ooh, Ogryn Tribe. I think we may have had that already. Not completely sure. Let me check real quick. We do have this nice counterattack one on her. That's pretty cool. Oh no, that was a new one. Okay. Pretty cool then. Because I think next Doom Tower rotation, the Scarab King is going to be back, and having blood shields for that is going to be very handy. He requires your team to have shields, basically. So if you can put that up automatically when you attack, pretty damn good, right? But I think that is about it for today, guys. You'll definitely hear me this weekend. I plan to do another stream now that my voice is slowly coming back. It's not 100% what it's supposed to be, but hopefully I can get a stream in on Saturday, because I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, you guys have a nice rest of your week, and I'll catch you guys one of these days, okay? Peace.